It's on! Hello, everybody, and welcome to the...
He's gone again. We've been having some issues with Jeremiah.
Is Jeremiah gone again? You can't hear me? Hello, everybody, and welcome to the January 17th edition of Disney Parks Talk Live, the show in which we bring you the week in Disney park news. Apparently, this week we do that with just Rebecca and Doobie. I think Jeremiah will be back. Mike Celestino is on vacation today. So my name is Doobie Mosley. I am the co-founder of Laughing Place, co-host of Disney Trivia Live, and this very show. To my left is my wife, who let me be in studio today. That is Rebecca Mosley. Thank you for letting me be next to you today.
It was fun.
Normally, I have to do this from a whole different location. And the man over there, the vice president in charge of audio difficulties, is Jeremiah Good.
Can you hear me now?
Hear you just fine, Jeremiah.
Sounding good.
Thank you for joining us today.
I'm on location in Florida, so it's stormy and cold here. So I'm making sure you can hear me. I'm going to hold my finger to my ear for some reason.
Are you hunkered down?
I am hunkering down. It is a chilly 55 degrees here right now.
Yow!
Oh, so cold.
I'm pretty sure that is the coldest temperature ever recorded in the history of mankind. So we are live today. We are happy for you to join in our chat. I know it's a vacation day for a lot of you, so good chance for you to get on your computer, your phone, use that chat, ask us any questions. It's kind of a quiet week too, so if you want us to go off on some tangent, all you need to do is point the way. This is a good day for it. So, but let's start with the biggest news of the week, which is that Disney has seen that they can stop making movies, stop building attractions. All they need to do is start creating popcorn buckets. That is now the largest franchise in the history of Disney. All the rest of it goes bye-bye. Whole new business plan. Figment was the star, and Jeremiah taking his life into his hands right now by showing the world that he owns a Figment popcorn bucket.
So the Figment popcorn bucket that started as part of EPCOT International Festival of the Arts. So we saw something. It was like a week before when they announced all the food offerings at this bucket. And at that point, I said that would be the longest line in the park. I was not expecting what it turned into.
So you were there on release day, right, Jeremiah?
Yes, I came over in the afternoon. I was out at Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts here in Orlando. They opened up their Steinmetz Hall, one of the most advanced performance centers in the entire world. And I went over there, covered that opening, and then I'm like, okay, let's go over to EPCOT now. I hadn't looked at any of the social medias or anything, because I was trying to do 12 things. So I walk in and I run into one of my friends, Disneylist.com, great site. She helps out a lot of stuff with photos with me, trying to go take that picture. That's better. And she let me know, oh, there's a 9-hour wait. 9 hours. Not even for Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye did I wait 9 hours.
Would you wait for Hagrid's motorbike adventure for 9 hours? I know some of our team did.
Nope.
Now, in fairness, the largest I heard was 6 to 7. But how long did you wait? Okay, you guys both did the wait in line to wait in line, right? The Disneyland annual pass holder.
Yes, I did.
Jeremiah did. Now, how long did you wait in line to just wait in line?
Total, I want to say it was about 3 hours, which was just completely stupid.
No, it's wonderful. And for those of you who don't know, it was an opportunity. They let annual pass holders. They had like an annual pass holder event, so you could get a sneak peek. The attraction wasn't yet open.
Indiana Jones.
But Indiana Jones, and you could, Indiana Jones Adventure, and you waited in line, as Jeremiah says, 3 hours. What other stuff was going on that evening? It wasn't only that, right?
No, they had stuff in the Opera House. They showed conceptual art. They had different food offerings. It was really one of the first big parties for no reason at all. Actually, they didn't even have that much merch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely waited in line to wait in line. I did at the end of the night. I want to say that was also the AP party where I could have sat inside Elliot, but I chose not to because that was like a 2.5 hour wait. I'm not wasting 2.5 hours for the electric parade in my life. I'll waste 3 hours.
Aside from overnight stay for California Adventure, what's one of the longest waits that you guys can remember as far as just like theme park experience?
For me, I'm pretty sure the longest wait I've ever done was the first time I rode Indiana Jones, which was the 4th of July, 1995. Got in line probably after midnight, and I don't know, probably 2 hours. Either that or the first time I rode the Rocket Rod.
I was gonna say, I think for me the longest wait in my head is Rocket Rods, just like Todd here.
Yeah, probably. Actually, it probably was the Rocket Rod's first time.
What about you, Jeremiah?
Well, the soft opening of Splash Mountain on 4th of July, 89, because it broke down. I think I waited a total of 4 hours for that. But really, one of the longest lines.
Go ahead.
No, we weren't.
No. I just realized what his longest wait actually is, but go ahead.
I did get to the Adventurers Club for the final day at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and it opened at 4. So yes, I will spend my entire day at Pleasure Island, but I will not wait 6 hours for.
Long ago, we bid farewell to this parade that came back with this logo. This was when it came back the first time. And when did you find your spot?
Probably park opening.
Yeah, I think like park open. He sat on the curb on Main Street.
But if we're going to talk about non-rides, I mean, the longest wait period is the 4 months for you to date me.
Okay, very funny. But
so I'm jumping off that for a second.
Talk about the sport. I love the sport. I love sport.
So first day, I talked to somebody that waited 4 hours. People were saying 6 hours, but I would debate what the actual wait was. It did start at the Starbucks area. The Pop Eats is just across from Starbucks by the entrance of World Showcase. Came down the Rose Walk, came around, went down the center walkway, had a crossover, came around the other side of the center walkway, and made it all the way over to the Odyssey building when I walked in. I did not wait for that. The next day, I got there at rope drop and waited about, I think my time was 27 minutes. So.
And that's the thing. I mean, for all I don't know, are they even still available today? But yes. You never know. So.
Oh, yeah. And Tim, our friend, went last night and waited 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But question.
For what I really wanted.
Well, before you switch to the popcorn, but serious question. If they had released literally this exact same thing as a plastic toy at Mouse Gear or whatever the current equivalent is, would anybody care?
I think they would have cared, but they wouldn't have cared this much. I think if they said it's a limited edition,
right?
Yes, I mean the opening day of Creation Shop with the backpack fights and everything, that was kind of the equivalent of this, but
the great backpack fights of 2021.
Yes,
I think it's on Wikipedia now.
But yeah, I definitely, and there was a lot of speculation, rumors, people saying, I saw somebody walking around with 15 buckets. They were enforcing 2 per person. It's on all of the media, everything they had. Just like we used to see in the old days. If you bring 3 kids with you,
exactly,
there's 2 more buckets each.
And then they wait in the park while you haul your goods back to the car. So the fact that you see somebody holding a bunch of buckets doesn't necessarily mean that they themselves purchased them. And like Jeremiah says, everything that we've been hearing is that 2 per person was being enforced. So
let's hear about sports, Jeremiah.
Yeah, I want to hear.
First, I want to address Todd. You were 9 hours of Back to the Future because you worked there, Todd. So opening day, 6 hours.
Yeah.
Opening day.
I love that thing.
2 minutes.
I really want one of those, Jeremiah.
And they're only $2.50.
Yeah, I love my B Sport, my Spike the B Sport from, was that last year, I think? Or maybe a couple of years now.
I think it was a couple of years ago, but they had them still continuously. Just like the Orange Bird sippers, just like the Spike sippers. We weren't expecting this to sell out, to disappear. So everybody that waited those 9 hours,
well, and even
good on you.
And even some of those early celebration buckets, the certain of the designs with the colored Mickey Mouse ears, those would go away, but then they'd come back again. Yeah. So, and I remember not lines to this length, but longer lines for the Haunted Mansion sippers. That was a thing for a bit. I can remember people queuing up for the Casey Jr. Popcorn bucket, and I ended up picking up that at the like an outlet. So yeah. So it's just a fascinating dynamic now of being a Disney fan, these popcorn buckets. But I want to show some of the ones I have from the years. Can I do that?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. Like see, these are some of my favorites. I actually had to put a moratorium on them because I had too many. I gave away about 12 of them, and then I restarted. But this is from, it's kind of hard to, the glare of the thing is going to give me trouble, but this is from the inaugural season of Fantasmic.
In Florida.
Man, that's going to just really irritate me. See?
Yep, at Disney.
But this one, and the lid glows in the dark on this one. So I got that one. When the Skyliner first appeared, right, we had the Skyliner figural buckets.
This is my favorite.
So we had those. That one's fun. The ones I gave away a lot of, it was from back in the day before they really started doing these themed buckets at Disney parks. Disney parks were just paper ones. The place where you could get these Disney themed popcorn buckets was the El Capitan Theater. And so I only have one left, but I can remember having ones from Country Bears, from Lilo and Stitch, from Atlantis, from all those, because it would be your VIP pack would include, it would be an assigned seat, when that was a unique idea within the movie industry. You had an assigned seat, you'd get a bucket of popcorn, and you'd get a drink. And that was, and sometimes maybe a pin, but most of the time it was just the popcorn, the drink, and the assigned seat. And that was something that you do over at the El Capitan. And then last summer, we noticed that other areas are also branching into this. And at our Great America, right, this is a popcorn bucket, but the popcorn goes on the top of Snoopy's head.
That's how we spend our money.
I did the same with the El Capitan buckets. I used to have tons of them, and I don't like popcorn, like not even Disneyland popcorn. So I would say this is definitely the first one that I ever bought just because I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
But I can remember El Cap always, I'd go in, get my Pepsi, because for some reason it was Pepsi, and then you would sit in the seat that was barely big enough for getting in. And then at the end of the show, I would dump my popcorn in the trash and walk out with my bucket.
Oh yeah, no, I did not. I'm not a popcorn fan either. The one that I can remember queuing, like, I can't remember if I queued up for. I'm opposed to having to wait a long time to buy something. So if there's a queue, I'll typically just skip it and just be like, oh well. But I think I actually did wait to be able to purchase the Dumbo popcorn bucket.
That's a great one.
Because I'm such a fan of that Dumbo ride car, the Dumbo vehicle. Yeah, I still say the one collectible out there that I still wish I could have afforded was Terry Hardin's extremely limited edition Dumbo sculpts that she did around the 40th birthday.
If you had the chance to own a Dumbo ride vehicle,
I'd all over that.
Yeah.
100%. I can't think of anything else that I would like to have in my world as much as that.
In my dream home,
Oogie Boogie,
in my dream home, I have a Skyliner that goes from my main residence to my guest residence.
Oh, really? How about you, Jeremiah? What's a ride vehicle you want in your house?
That you don't already have.
I know, right?
I actually would have loved to have one of the rocket rods.
Oh, really?
Because that was always Remember how they had that in DCA for years? That one that was
Yes.
parked out there that everybody had, like, no clue what it was from because it
Yes.
was only there for 3 months. But that's one of those ones. My friend at one point had a wacky soapbox racer from Knott's. He worked there, and they sold them to their employees for like $15, and they could just take them away. He used it as a planter. I know Knott's, I think, bought one back that somebody found in the desert that was like falling apart, but they put it together and renovated it. So that's one of those cool
I
things.
think I think now I'd love to have a place where we could go eat. And you know how at Sci-Fi Dine-In you 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 sit in those vehicles, right, to eat your food at Sci-Fi Dine-In, and it's like have it, but it just be a bunch of ride vehicles, right? So you get to sit in the people mover car. You can sit over in the rocket rod vehicle and get your meals served to you over there.
I'm with you, Nikki B. By the way, the people mover would be definitely be an awesome one. A maelstrom boat.
Oh, there you go. That's like the whole family could. That's like for the large family. And to answer Mr. Bob Newell, have you ever bought something, got home, and said, "Why did I buy that?"
I can't think of doing that with Disney. I don't spend a lot of money on Disney, but
I was gonna. I think it's pins, but it wasn't when I got home. It's like now that I'm looking.
I think I have one within hand reach.
Have you ever woken up, bought something in Jeremiah, and then gone, "Why did I wake up at 3 a.m. for that?"
And then I watched Onward and cried.
Yes.
Exactly.
On your way to, have you been to an international park, Jeremiah? Anyway.
What should we go? We should talk about.
Okay,
Doobie just gave me the heart hands. Doobie hates the heart hands.
In a minute, he gave him that. A test track vehicle would be great, so we could have a car. Oh, you already have a car. Okay. I thought you wanted one, and this would finally give you one. So EPCOT was released. Figment was released, not just out of the blue. It was a part of some festival, right, Jeremiah?
Yes, but not the Flower and Garden Festival. It was the Fest of the Arts.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm pulling up the wrong thing.
I was like, wait.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
So
my mistake. Hang on. Okay.
So yes, the International Fest of the Arts started this past Friday, and as I said, I was out at Dr. Phillips Center, and then I went to EPCOT, and then I came home. And here's a little bit of the backstage work of how myself and our CEO communicate.
Don't give away all our secrets, Jeremiah.
No, this is.
Go ahead.
Hey, do you know anybody who's going to be at EPCOT tonight? No. Why? And then he sent me Zach Ridley's post. And at that point, I called my work and said, "Hey, how busy are we tonight?" "Oh, we're not busy." "Okay, then I'm going to take the night off and go and see this."
Oh, it's amazing. This is the Rainbow Connection from the Muppets. It features Miss Piggy and Kermit, and just this beautiful lighting of EPCOT. You can find it on our YouTube channel, right here. Same YouTube channel you're currently watching. But really, really beautiful moment. I hear that there was quite a bit of kind of sing-alonging going on, Jeremiah.
Not the first show. I was lucky enough to be there for the first show, and I think it was also because a lot of people didn't know what was happening, because Zach put out his post. Zach Ridley on Instagram. He is the portfolio, or one of the portfolio managers for the EPCOT expansion, put up a post saying, "Hey, by the way, tonight we're going to do this." And, now it's Captain EO. He's here to save the world.
So other than the Rainbow Connection, that seems to have gotten so much of the attention, but, was there anything else going on at Festival of the Arts?
I didn't get a chance to see the Broadway Festival show. That is tomorrow night. I'll be doing that. Tomorrow, Doobie, did you know that we are doing a walk and talk?
I saw that on the schedule.
Okay, good. So we'll be walking and looking at some of the other stuff. Last year, the Festival of the Arts was very scaled back from the previous years. This year, I feel that it is almost at the same level as it was last year, which is sad because it's my favorite festival. But we have the balancing act and the harpist, or a musical performance on the main stage, the chalk work along the main walkway, the chock full of characters, which are the stickers that they hide throughout the World Showcase, which we also have all of covered on our website. The Broadway concert series, the merch, and then just a lot of food and art.
Well, that's probably why they call it the Festival of the Arts. Any food favorites that you're looking forward to this year?
So I'm actually looking forward to the grilled cheese and tomato soup again,
Yeah.
but it's at the same booth as this.
I hate it when it works out that way.
As long as you're there, you might as well buy a couple more buckets.
Right.
Mr. Bob Newell, I only waited about 27 minutes for mine because I got there early the next day.
But who's counting? So Festival of the Arts runs through
end of February. I don't have the exact date off the top of my head.
Sorry.
Oh.
Hey, look, Figment bucket. So along with the Figment bucket, which has, he can pop his wings, and that's where they put the rainbow popcorn. If they had any rainbow popcorn, when I went the second day, they had sold out of rainbow popcorn. That's why they gave a free fork to people buying this. So for $25, I got $27.50 value.
Does he talk?
I'm not going to do it. But he does have a very fun lanyard that has the 50th logo on it and different Figment emotions.
That is really, actually, the lanyard, I think, is what sets it apart from a plastic toy in a toy shop.
Yes.
So.
But I will tell you, from wearing it, there's no comfortable way to wear this so you are not getting poked with the wings, the horns, the nose, the feet.
Is Figment kind of the star of the Festival of the Arts, which runs through February 21st?
Figment has been one of the stars. This year, they went through a remodel of the designs and everything. Zach Ridley also posted about that, how they went in and kind of reworked it to bring a little bit more of the stylized. Can you go back to the entrance picture, Rebecca? That one. So the giant paint tubes that are there, that one is, they all have catchy little fun names that go along with the imagination attraction. And they're the size of it, they had the measurements of how much the content of the tube is. So it's very entertaining.
Oh, one thing I've always wondered about you, Jeremiah, what is your favorite style of art? Do you like Impressionism? Do you like the Renaissance period? What do you enjoy?
I'm enjoying more of the Renaissance lately.
Okay.
I love Jeffrey coming in with the Eric Idle tweet, because there was a sketch of a popcorn bucket that was drawing some unique attention on eBay for a little bit of a lark, and with that, they caught Eric Idle's attention on Twitter, and he talked about making a popcorn bucket because, if you haven't been following kind of the Eric Idle Figment history, it's a bit of a hoot.
Eric Idle, of course, is
featured in the
he's
attraction.
What's his name?
Oh, it's
Nigel Channing.
Thank you. Like, it's not Wayne Zielinski. It's not Dreamfinder. He is Dr. Nigel Channing in the attraction. You may remember him from there, but he probably does not.
What's this expression section with the Jeremiah?
That is the paint by numbers wall. So you queue up, you get a certain number and a certain color. They send you over, you get another small queue. They will put you at one of those. And in each area, they have, you paint, I want to say it's 3 or 4 squares. And that's what you receive as a gift. And that's what it looks like. It's Starry Night, but done as EPCOT.
And which is very cool. But so they give you the number and the color to use?
Yes.
So you may express yourself as long as you express yourself the way they want you to express yourself.
Correct.
Okay, just want to be clear on that. All right, and speaking of festivals, the lineup for the Garden Rocks concert series as a part of the Flower and Garden Festival has been released, and old people like me are thrilled to see some of the groups on here. We've got Rick Springfield. So as I say a band or a singer here, Jeremiah, just give me a line or two. We've got Rick Springfield.
Jesse's Girl?
No, sing it. Oh, we should
No, it should have been the other way around.
I'm lucky that I pulled that one.
But new to Garden Rocks this year is Kool and the Gang.
Celebrate.
I'd like to point out that new to Garden Rocks,
yes. I realize.
New to what it used to be called, no.
New as well as Blue October, which
I never heard of them. No.
Yeah. What about Boston?
I know who they are, but I can't say a song.
Yeah. Did we ever see Flock of Seagulls at one
No, and I want to, and I'm so sad I don't live there now. Yes, with the hair. We looked them up. One of them still has hair. And I ran so far away. Berlin is going to be here, which is
it would be so we would never see each other.
Take my breath away.
We would never see each other because I would take off time to see things like the Spinners, the Pointer Sisters.
We could both see the Commodores together.
Herman's Hermits. And you would be there for Flock of Seagulls and
the Commodores, probably without Lionel Richie, but still probably pretty good.
So yeah,
I don't know. Lionel Richie's not doing much nowadays.
So I mean, this is a nice lineup. Don't get me wrong, and I realize these are not the same events, but to see this come out right about the same time as Universal's Mardi Gras lineup comes out, and you realize they are doing different things in the realm of concert series.
Yes. Do you want to see classic rock or do you want to see Marshmello?
They've got some big acts there, some really big acts at Universal, but I would be here at Epcot checking out Flock of Seagulls and so happy.
Gio, we've hit so many. When we lived close to Disney parks, when we were in Southern California living near California Adventure, and when we were in Florida living near Epcot, we attended so many concerts over those years. I'm so grateful we took advantage of the opportunity when it was there.
Saw the Go-Go's. No, not the Go-Go's. Saw the Bangles.
The Bangles. We got to see
Chubby Checker. Come on, baby.
Davy Jones and the Monkees. We got to see quite a few of those classic bands of the 50s and 60s. And then over in Orlando, we saw David Cassidy. We saw Tony Orlando.
The Monkey.
We saw no Monkey out in
no, I've seen them in Florida too.
Oh, really?
I'm certain,
okay.
Yeah.
I saw my first year out here for Flower and Garden, whatever it was, the music was at that time. Mickey Dolenz was performing because that was the year that Davy Jones had passed away, and Mickey Dolenz took his spot. And my friends were able to get us backstage, and I met Mickey Dolenz, and that was one of those times where I was just like, that is speakless.
Well, did you know? Did they get a picture of Mickey Dolenz and Mickey Mouse together?
I think that can't really imagine cool. That they didn't. That feels like a moment.
Sure that there is.
And maybe Tony Basil singing too. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. Also, Night Ranger, I got to see.
Oh, that's right.
With
you
your
took
friend.
Me to Night Ranger.
Christian all the time.
Yeah, it was nice. You got to bring a friend of mine who actually knew some of the songs. So that was awesome.
All right, that collective cry you heard about a week ago coming out of Southern California was the announcement that Earl of Sandwich was going to be closing
temporarily,
but temporarily as still quite a while.
Yes, prolonged.
Along with Sugar Boo, which is just so much fun to say.
And Starbucks.
Starbucks West, don't worry, Starbucks East is still around.
Yeah, it's like 15 feet away.
That's because he is, Nick. So Earl of Sandwich is sad it's going to be leaving for a while because people love the Earl of Sandwich. Although I heard
I like it. It's a good look. It's a good look.
Did I say something about they're going to have a cart there?
There has been talk that Earl of Sandwich is hoping to offer their stuff in a temporary location, but there hasn't been any official word yet on how that'll happen. But that is something that was mentioned in an Orange County Register article. So we're still tracking down any kind of official word on that.
So and
there's also no confirmation that it's coming back. but it has been featured previously in some of the when the renovation or whatever we're calling this of that side of the downtown Disney area was first announced. There was a lot of talk and thought that Earl of Sandwich would be a part of it. That project was scrapped, redone, and now we have this project coming. And so I think a lot of people assume that they're still interested in sticking around. And with the talk of the temporary cart out there as well, there's a lot of expectation, but nothing official yet. That's just kind of the buzz that's out there, in part led by the Orange County Register remark.
And I know everyone's hoping that Earl of Sandwich comes back, but if I don't get to say Sugar Boo every now and then, I will be very disappointed.
There's a Sugar Boo here.
Okay. I don't even know what Sugar Boo sells.
Earl did close and then reopen,
right.
So that shows that they're definitely still interested. And really, the Earl of Sandwich out here and at Disneyland Paris, I want to say kind of cement them as popular, because really there aren't that many around the world or around the U.S.
No, you guys have a lot of them in Florida. Earl of Sandwich is going to be closing January 27th as part of this project, and also the monorail. It's going to close on February 14th through the first week of March as they work to demolish the AMC theaters.
Which breaks my heart. So, that ivy was just starting to really come in, and now they're taking it down. It's really disappointing.
Wait, is he giving me a unique? Uh-oh. I'm not sure I like this.
Are there any good taco joints at Disney Springs? I do not know. Uriba used to be there.
I really liked the window that they had attached to Bayless's place, but I don't know if it's
Skip Bayless.
No, Rick, right?
No, they have just the Mexican restaurant.
He doesn't have a window anymore. It was Frontera, right? Frontera.
Yeah. The window is still there. I don't know if it's open though.
Yeah, I used to grab street tacos there, and they were really enjoyable, and it was a nice place to watch people. So,
all right, well, let's move. We've been talking about food. Let's continue that. Click that, and wow. So, oh no, we can't. Wow, that looks pretty cool. Is this like a push-up?
It's one of those cake things, right?
Yeah.
Have you had this, Jeremiah?
I have not. I haven't made it into the Magic Kingdom for that yet. That's next on my list after doing EPCOT again, and then Animal Kingdom again, and then maybe Studios again, then back to Magic Kingdom again.
So this has the wallpaper as a wrapping, right? And then it's got the classic stretch portrait of the quicksand scene. This is really cool.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of really great Magic Kingdom offerings that have popped up, including a variety of Seven Dwarfs ice cream cones and stuff like that. So actually, we're going to be making sure that Jeremiah finds his way over to Magic Kingdom very soon. In the meantime, we've got a little wrap up on Laughing Place thanks to some Disney info, but Jeremiah is going to be our man in the park to find out more about it this week. I am very excited to hear about them.
Go hungry, Jeremiah.
I know, right?
I don't know if I can do all 7 of the ice cream cones and I believe those are Troubadour Treats.
The one that's in Magic Kingdom that is near Fantasyland.
Yeah, next to Friars.
Yeah, that one. I always mess up its name because of like what Friar Tuck, Smackings and Whackings, all those places. It is called Munchies and Crunchies. It's the same character said Smackings and Whackings.
Gurgi, Black Cauldron.
Oh, thank you. Who is the creative brain behind Disney? That would be Jeremiah Good, Mr. Bob Noel. Jeremiah Good. All right. So one of the coolest pieces of merchandise, which is actually a reissue or a reproduction, probably a better term. No.
No, we've moved on to the popcorn.
Is this from 1972, A Visit to Walt Disney World? How cool is this, Rebecca? Are we planning to own this?
I don't know. I'm not a board game person.
Me either, but look at this.
It's a nice dimensional look. It's got the monorail beam around it. You can see the contemporary on this side. I'm guessing you would find the Polynesian or whatever on the other side. And you can see how the monorail can actually
storybook treats.
Oh, thank you. See?
Jeremiah, hit live. You've gotten behind on the screen.
I'm not the only one who messes up the name of that place. Okay, I feel better now.
Figment, Nigel Channing.
So I know we're talking about the game, but I have to list off. They have a Hi-Ho Sundae, the Snow White Cone, which is a Dole Whip lemon blue cone, chocolate bird, and sugar bow, not sugar boo, sorry. And then the Seven Dwarfs specialty cones featuring Grumpy. Yeah, it's just Grumpy right now, it says. But I saw a Doc, I thought.
There's been a few that there's been a couple I've seen popping around, so I'm not sure exactly what the dynamic is regarding those. Just like I've heard that people are having a hard time finding that cake pop mansion cake pop actually in the park. I haven't seen any on Instagram yet, so yeah.
Well, good thing, Gio, you passed up on it, because now you can get one with all the pieces for a reasonable price, I'm sure. I don't know, it just looks like I probably would never ever play it, but it's just, this is one of those things that would just be cool to own. Maybe someday I'll have a child and I can show them I have a child.
Yep,
and I could show them this vintage Walt Disney World game.
And the artwork is very reminiscent of the era and everything. Do you remember this game from that time, Jeremiah? I don't. It was one of those where
I know that I've seen it before on different shopping sites.
Mm-hmm.
But that was one that I walked in, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, that's cool. You know, I had to get the Disney Game of Life, which is one of the worst games ever to play, but then I didn't get a chance to play the Visit to Walt Disney World.
The worst game ever to play is Lost. We didn't even make it through the
Oh no, what was that game?
But we just did one. It was called Disney Sidekicks. It's really convoluted, and I thought it was just me because I'm not a game person. But then I found one of those YouTube channels with people who that's what they do. They just review board games, and they were not favorable. So I realized it wasn't just my incompetence, that this actually was challenging.
Now, Mike Celestino's not here today. This is something I would normally ask him, so I'll settle for you, Jeremiah. What's your favorite board game?
I used to like Stratego, but I haven't played that in forever and a day. Chutes and Ladders is fun.
Okay, good choice, Jeremiah. Thank you.
Chutes and Ladders is fun.
Chutes and Ladders.
I like that. That's a good
one.
Hungry Hippo count as a board game?
Of course.
Yeah, Hungry Hippo count.
Mousetrap, all the classics.
No, I didn't like Mousetraps.
Nobody liked Mousetrap. It's fun to put it together and activate it, and then have to tear it all down. But you just stuck everything back in the box.
Domino Rally.
I didn't play Domino Rally.
Mr. Bob Newell says chess.
I didn't play chess.
Gio says Risk. Risk, to me, people that play Risk are a little scary.
You gotta invest. That's like one of those where you have to have a Risk table. So you can same with chess. These are games where you have to you walk away and then you come back later and play it more. Which one?
Battleship. We had our Battleship phase.
Oh, do you remember when we did the electronic Star Wars Battleship for a while? That was fun, but it's so much more complicated because rather than just putting your pieces on the board, you had to program it in. So it took you so much longer to set up, but it was fun. We did that.
I think Connect 4 is probably my favorite. Nice, simple game of Connect 4. They go quick, no long setup.
I enjoyed this game called Loaded Questions we used to play. And it was where you would ask a question, everybody would answer it anonymously, you'd put it in, and then you had to guess whose answer, who had which answer.
Fun. Party games are fun. Party games are a different
kind of Against Humanity.
That was I've never played
played that. Really kind of want to, I think I can say
next summit we'll do it.
And we used to play a lot of
I like Taboo.
Games.
I like Taboo a lot as well.
Yeah, Taboo's fun.
Taboo is a game of brains. And I like to watch people who are smart.
Your brain and your heart, Doobie?
I'm trying to think Disney-wise. We enjoyed the Jungle Cruise game. Have you played that one yet, Jeremiah?
No, that's one of those the setup for it, and I remember seeing the instructions, and it just seems so much. I used to enjoy the Disney DVD game because just like Benji, nobody would ever beat me. I'd be like, oh, it's that what?
Yeah.
My favorite is actually it's kind of marginal if you would call this a board game, but Disney Trivia Live every Tuesday and Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, right here on this Laughing Place YouTube channel. A lot of fun.
there was a game we played with Alex here on Laughing Place, and it was
Disney Family Feud was good too.
No, it wasn't. This one was you would draw, and then you would pass. It was like a game of telephone, but with drawing. And I can't remember the name of it, but we reviewed it on.
That's the one they played at our friend's house, right?
Kyle, tell me the name of it, because we have a report here on Laughing Place, and I can't remember the name of it. But ooh, Todd says there was a 70s Haunted Mansion board game.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, Disney Monopoly, Disney Candyland. Gideon enjoyed Monopoly Junior. Oh, Tower of Terror Clue. That's a fun take on Clue.
Who plays Monopoly? That was just the longest, most boring game.
Oh, I still haven't played the Rocketeer game that Alex reviewed that I inherited because I love the Rocketeer, but that seems like a fun game.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
You need friends, Jeremiah.
And well, we all need to be back in Florida so we can organize game nights.
I'm sorry, Jeremiah. I envy the number of friends Jeremiah has.
Is so social, but we need to be your old we need to be your old friends who stay in, who organize like parties at the house. But
all right, and speaking of toys, games and toys.
Man, this one's gonna bust my budget so bad. My budget
this
is
has
so
been out here for it was out for a little bit, then it's gotten restocked, and we have a lot of these and a lot of the new Disneyland railroads. It's just one of those things that I will not go near because it is so nice, but it is expensive.
How expensive is expensive? Do you recall?
Want to say it was over 100.
I want to say it was 300. I'm going to double check in a minute. Sketchy Tales. Yes, that was the name of it.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Stat Boy.
But they're hoping that we're expecting it on Shop Disney soon. So if you don't make it, guess who spotted it at Magic Kingdom and seen it for $499.99? That's what it's been. That's what it's been showing up as there. But like I said, it's gonna break my budget.
What is it, by the way?
It is a Lionel special anniversary edition train set. It has Bluetooth capabilities, which I'm not exactly sure why your train needs that, but that's my memory is that it had Bluetooth,
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it has Bluetooth, and it's the controller. No longer do you either press the button on the train or have the cool little, switch. Now you just push on your train in your phone. Oh, train go, choo choo.
Yeah, I'm going back and forth on it, Gio. We'll see what happens when I'm able to see it in person.
It's purple. Why is it purple?
Because it's that iridescent. It's the take on the iridescent.
I was gonna buy this for you, Rebecca, and then I saw the purple color, and I'm gonna have to pass now.
This is purple.
It's
iridescent.
Well, it would take I'm saving up for the Lego train station budget. Because I really want the Lego train station with the train.
What was that one question? You ever bought something and then regretted it when you got home?
The train?
I would if I bought
Really? That. Oh, I can't imagine.
Not you, but I would.
I can't imagine.
So anyway,
it fills that empty hole in your closet really well.
Oh no! Can I go grab what fills the empty hole in my closet?
Who has an empty hole in their closet?
Can I go
Sure,
grab?
Go ahead.
You kill time with Jeremiah. Well, I grab what fills the quote.
We're not good at killing time. We can't do this that way.
Jeremiah, what's the most controversial thing we can discuss right now?
No, stop.
No, I'm kidding. Don't even start.
Figment.
So, any trips planned? Oh goodness, this is a cool toy she's bringing. Now that I can see it, it does.
Unfortunately, it's not charged, so I can't really show it off.
There you go, Todd. You can keep that. Train go choo choo. Here, hang on. I'll do a clean take for you. Train go choo choo.
This is what fills the hole in my closet.
Was that the remote control one?
Yep.
I remember really that.
I was so lucky. It came out right near my birthday, and I am such an enormous Herbie Love Bug fan, and so I have a friend who very sweetly, Benji gave this a birthday present for Benji.
I didn't get this for you.
Benji, many years ago. But that's what fills the hole. It's a remote control. It has hydraulic looking stuff. It can raise and lower.
Is Lindsay Lohan part of it?
Gio, you are cruel.
What did he say?
I asked if Lindsay Lohan was part of it. I'm avoiding talking about games.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
That was not a fun day around here.
Stupid Cowboys.
Yeah.
Stupid coaching. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. Do they still do Hess toy trucks? We used to collect those forever. Do you know if they? Well, they don't. There's no Hess anymore. But
they did online. You can go to HessToyTruck.com.
You're right.
And Speedway started doing them after they bought Hess. I don't know if they still do. There is a 50.
I say that's probably the wrong URL. Truck. Sorry if I sent you somewhere. I think it's HessToyTruck.com. Google Hess Toy Truck. Don't just go to the URL.
Okay, now Benji is just being cruel because I know he doesn't know that information.
Well, it was a San Francisco Cowboys game, and so it's a Bay Area thing. So
we're done with this conversation.
Dewey was dishing it out for weeks, so he can take it a little bit.
Is that all we have on our list today?
It actually, sadly, is. We don't have, and I don't have anything more to pull. I could pull out all our Disney board games out of the closet. We could just run through them, but okay.
Well, let me talk about a couple other things. You can also go to our site to see about Busch Gardens Tampa. They just started their Mardi Gras celebration. Universal, we talked about all of that, but their Mardi Gras celebration's coming up. Tomorrow I will be at EPCOT. We're covering that'll be the media event for the Festival of the Arts. And then we kind of hit a slow point until, all of a sudden, Star Cruiser, which
that's close.
Tomorrow, cast members start staying in the Star Cruiser.
Say that again.
Tomorrow is the first day that cast members were able to win stays in the Galactic Star Cruiser.
Oh, you mean tomorrow we will start to find out some actual stuff that happens in there?
I don't know. Depends
I know that they are not supposed to show any pictures, and from one of my friends, there's definitely some paperwork that they had to sign to not talk about certain things, but I am sure that we will start to get some basic information about it.
That is, I think, number 2 or 3 on my list of most anticipated things for the year. So that is exciting.
Also on Laughing Place, we have what's new this week on TV and streaming, and you can learn about the various new programs that are out there, whether they are on Disney Plus or TV in general, or Hulu or Freeform, various Disney related and even a little bit of just entertainment related content that's new this week, and that's gathered up by our very own Alex.
Did I see Fraggle Rock on there?
Yes, Fraggle Rock.
Yes, Apple TV, Fraggle Rock, the new version.
A revival of the classic Jim Henson puppet series.
I love Fraggle Rock.
Did
you know that the Fraggle part was always the same, but for different countries, they filmed different portions of the human, so he would be speaking different languages.
Oh, and apparently...
I was not aware of that. We will have interviews with some of the Fraggles coming to LP, so that's exciting. Justin says, "Oh, Doobie." I suspect he disagrees with me on Fraggles.
Justin, Doobie does not have an appropriate appreciation of all things Muppets, whether it's Sesame Street.
Oh, I believe it's appropriate.
Or the Muppets, or the Fraggles, or dinosaurs, or
not the mama.
Pretty much anything that came out of the brilliant Jim Henson, he lacks appreciation for.
Dance, is that a Fraggle Rock thing?
Yeah, see, that's how the opening song goes. Dance your cares away. Yeah, see, you know that part.
Because he kept doing it.
Very good.
Right there.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
They don't have long.
Fraggles don't have long noses? What am I thinking of? Woodles?
I don't think of them as long noses. I mean, they're
like that are like honking horns.
They remind me of Sunny Eclipse.
Those are the Menomina.
They remind me of.
You're right. Those are the Menomina. So Sunny Eclipse. You narc.
That's what they always. Whenever I see Sunny, I think of Fraggles. Except, I mean, he's enormous and they're tiny. So.
Kyle, did you go to the basement of the Alamo? Now I'm just talking to our...
Oh, see, yeah, that's what I think. I think he's thinking of Snorks.
You're right, I am thinking. So maybe I do like Fraggle Rock. We'll never know.
Yes, go ahead.
I was just going to say, before we finish today, it's very important that we do the newest segment here on Parks Talk. It's called Fun or Just Fact. That is where we take fun facts put out mostly by Kidder, but sometimes other people, facts throughout the show, and we decide if they're fun or not. We have 3 of us here, so this becomes an easy majority rules. The son in my family was born when Disney World had its 25th anniversary celebration. The daughter in my family was born when Disneyland had its 45th anniversary celebration. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
I saw Onward at AMC at Disney Springs in March 2020.
I think that's just a fact.
Jeremiah?
That's a fact.
Don't make me cry.
Stop. Move on. Don't ever tell him anything, Jeremiah.
The 1985 song entitled We Built This City by Starship, featuring Mickey Thomas, was featured in the 2011 film entitled The Muppets. No one cares about the Muppets.
Fun fact.
Fun. Pretty sure there's. Oh no,
nope, sorry.
That's not a fact.
Sorry. That was an accidental facting.
The Bangles made an appearance at Disneyland during the telecast of Disneyland's Summer Vacation Party in 1986. Everything the Bagels is fun.
I really want to just start throwing out random things to see what Kidder can find.
I know, right? How can Kidder link it into some fact?
And this is classic Kidder. Classic Kidder. MB stands for Milton Bradley and Mary Blair.
Fun!
What?
Fun!
That is the epitome of a
so
fun fact. Jeremiah, you don't know fun. You don't know fun.
Kyle put in a fun fact.
Oh.
I was born in 1986. There was nothing fun about that. In fact, it's depressing. It's depressing.
He's so young. So young, Kyle. So young.
Oh, walk and talk from EPCOT tomorrow. Now that's fun.
Yep.
Thank you, Kidder.
And we're going to have Barely Necessities. So lots coming at you right here on this LP YouTube channel. Laughing Place.
Is everybody's favorite board game show tomorrow night?
But no, tomorrow night we will have Disney Trivia Live, where we will play Disney Trivia Live, and I suspect do another test of
the developing software for the trivia game.
That's right.
So. If you're enjoying this stream, do us a favor, give us a like. It helps other people find us, and just makes it a little bit easier for other Disney fans to find us. If you want to be made aware of the additional content on this channel, whether it's our walk-in talks, our discussion of Star Wars headlines, Marvel, TV, popcorn buckets, you name it. If it's in the world of Disney, you can find it on the Laughing Place YouTube channel, so you can subscribe and get alerted whenever we put new content here. We also do produced content as well, so reports about attractions and new offerings at the theme parks. We have that as well. Jeremiah just is creeping me out there. I expect like Figment to his eyes to start rolling at any moment.
No, this should definitely be our main screen cap for this, because if we put Figment on there, 9-hour waits.
You're not wrong. All right, well.
Hold on, can we bring up Todd's fun facts, because I enjoy his secondary one.
Lumbar puncture.
You have to bring up the first one.
The first one is LP stands for Laughing Place and Long Play and lumbar puncture.
Lumbar puncture.
So there you go.
What is a lumbar puncture?
Oh, I'll tell you later.
All right, thanks everybody for
joining.
When you're
older.
We will. This has been Disney Parks Talk Live.
We're here Mondays.
Mike Celestino, we miss you. It's not the same without you.
It isn't.
We love you. We care about you. Please come back.
He has the day off. That's.
Are you serious?
No, it's a holiday.
Okay.
Wait, I'm the one who had the tornado warning and everything yesterday. Mike's just doing nothing. He's reading his Star Wars comics.
Yeah, there you go.
In his Star Wars pajamas.
Drinking
his Star Wars milk.
Just a little worried. Just want to be sure he's okay. All right. Miss you, Mike.